So, what is the mantra behind your success?
I tasted failure at the very beginning. So they say na, that you need to fail enough to understand what success is. So I started failing then at the beginning of my career.
We from rags to riches. Actually, Kyle, you started from a salary of 1800 rupees and now you're doing a project worth 2000 crore.
Success doesn't come when you are just about working for the salary part of it. It doesn't come. It comes when you work much beyond it.
आजकल एक कॉन्सेप्ट चला हुआ है स्नीकर हेड्स.
The young generation buys these limited edition sneakers और उसे दुगने दाम पे बेचते और पैसे भी कमाते हैं. So it is a mix of getting a collection as well as making money. So I always have this belief that the younger generation is way more smarter than what we were when we were of that age.
Hello everyone and welcome to the exciting episode of the Indie Talk Show. I'm your host Charanpreet Banga and today we have somebody from the retail industry, an extraordinary talent from the retail industry, Mr. Sanjeev Rao, who's also a dear friend of mine. So welcome Sanjeev, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Hotel industry se retail mein, how come the major change, the career shift?
See, when I basically joined the hotel industry after my hotel management, I was young and I was thinking that, ये industry में बहुत excitement है, बहुत मतलब it's very fun, it's very dynamic. I ended up as a chef. I ended up as a kitchen operation trainee. And that was something which I never thought can hit me like a hammer because that life is very different. That life is not at all, glamorous. It's very creative, of course. It's full of innovation. But I tried my hand at doing that, and then I failed miserably. So I tasted failure at the very beginning. So they say na that you need to fail enough to understand what success is. So I started failing then at the beginning of my career. So I told to myself, I said, look, this cannot be my career because a career which I'm not very keen on, which does not excite me. So what do I do next? So next was retail because उस जमाने में retail, अब मैं उस जमाना बोल रहा हूँ because I'm talking about 1997, I'm talking about 1997, 98. तब रिटेल जस्ट इंडिया में आ रही थी एंड रिटेल भी ऐसा था कि लोग पहले खरीदते थे, मतलब अगर कोई सामान खरीदते हैं तो भैया रिटेलर पट्टे के उस तरफ खड़ा होता है और बायर इधर खड़ा होता है और लोग अक्रॉस द काउंटर खरीदते थे. और वहां पे आप तब यू स्टार्टेड हैविंग सुपरमार्केट्स कमिंग इन. शॉपिंग ट्रॉली क्या होती है लोगों को पता भी नहीं था, तो वो उनको सिखाना पड़ता था कि भाई साहब ये शॉपिंग ट्रॉली है, इस पे आपको सामान लेना पड़ेगा, आप खुद लो सामान और कैश काउंटर में जाके बिल करो. सो आई सीन रिटेल फ्रॉम दैट लेवल and that's when I moved in with the RPG group to be a part of something called Music World, which was at that point in time one of the biggest craze in retail, where you could actually listen to music before you buy it. So that was something which was very exciting. I was meeting people, I was meeting artists. I mean, I can go on and on. I mean, there have been various singers from Bollywood. There has been various international singers. There has been, so much of road shows that I have done with, you name the kind of artists that you would dream of. Whether it is the roadshow of Adnan Sami, or when he just came into India, or whether it is the local Kolkata bands which were very famous at that time, to name it. I mean, it's all across. And then from there I moved on to Planet M, uh, did a whole lot of growth there in Planet M, and then I moved from Planet M to launch India's first seamless mall, which used to be called Central, run by the Future Group. Moved from there into food retailing, which is a very tough retailing, considered to be pretty tough retailing, with about 25,000 items, which we call SKUs, 25, 30, 40,000 SKUs. and worked across with the Jubilant Group, worked with Aditya Birla, more hypermarkets, worked with the Landmark Group for Spar, then Raymond happened, then Being Human happened. And that's how the last 30 years of my life in retail just went by, and the whole journey has been learning at every step. Every single organization teaches you, every interaction teaches you, and here I am, after 30 years of learning, and I'm still learning.
If I'm not mistaken, you are the ex-CEO of Raymond Group as well.
No, I was the director for Raymond. I was looking after a particular vertical of Raymond lifestyle.
Story from rags to riches. Actually, Kyle Alpec, you started from a salary of 1,800 rupees and now you're doing a project worth 2,000 crore.
So I started my life as a store manager in music world, where of course that store went on to becoming a super hit store in India, which is the Music World, Park Street, Kolkata. It's no longer there, but yeah, very fond memories. I started with about 1900 rupees in my life as a salary in those days. Of course, not with Music World, but even prior to that in the industry. And yeah, you're right. I mean, this entire journey has brought me to a place where I have a extremely good set of friends, brothers, whatever you call. Some of them are very, very big names in the corporate industry. A whole lot of them are super successful in the real estate business, and they've been kind enough to take me as a part of their project, as a part of their partnership, to run this and to build this entire project of 480 plus villas on outskirts of Bombay, with a projected revenue of roughly about 2000 crores, and supposed to be one of the most bespoke launches which will happen in the coming months for me. Yes, so it has been, I won't say rags to riches. I don't see the riches the way that riches is pronounced, but yes, if you ask about mental satisfaction, a sense of achievement, definitely from where I started to what I'm doing today has been like a roller coaster of ups and downs, but amazing learning experience.
From a CEO perspective, startups को established brand में what is a success mantra? कैसे convert कर सकते हैं?
देखिए, आजकल जिस रेट पे स्टार्टअप स्टार्ट हो रहे हैं, आप देखोगे कि अगर 100 स्टार्टअप स्टार्ट्स होता है, तो उनमें से सिर्फ 2 या 3 ही एक ऐसे लेवल पे पहुंच पाती है जहां पे उन्हें सक्सेस मिल पाता है. That also is a pretty tough journey, and one needs to be very grounded to reach there. तो ये जो सक्सेस फेलियर का रेशियो है, ये क्यों होता है? आई बिलीव दैट अगर कोई इंसान एक स्टार्टअप स्टार्ट करता है, तो आई होप, आई नो दैट द पर्सन हैज डन इनफ रिसर्च, द पर्सन हैज डन लॉट ऑफ हार्ड वर्क बिहाइंड, चाहे वो कितना छोटे से छोटा हो या बड़े से बड़ा सोच हो. ये सक्सेस और फेलियर के बीच में एक ही रीजन होता है, विच इज द पैशन टू ड्राइव टू how much of failure can you handle, how much of right timing, right place that you can manage. क्योंकि ऐसे मैंने बहुत बिजनेसेस देखे हैं स्टार्टअप के, जो पहले 5 या 6 पिचेस में हर एक जगह पे रिजेक्ट हो गए, और उसके बाद द promoters of that startup had been able to take that startup to $1 billion valuation. Now, why does that happen? Is because they don't give up. Is because if you believe that your project or your startup has certain amount of metal, then believe in it. So believing is one, being passionate about it is two, not giving up is three, being frugal is four, being absolutely determined to make sure that you reach everybody, anybody who is able to take your project to the next level is the fifth mantra. If you're able to balance between all of this, then I think the market is big enough to take all of this. I mean, just look at the number of startups who come on television in today's date in reality shows. मुझे तो कभी कभी ऐसे ऐसे brands दिखते हैं which I know with my kind of an experience. I know that if this brand actually goes through certain rigor, this startup can actually mint money. But why do they sell? Because they just give up. They just believe that ये हमसे ना हो पाएगा. And that is one of the reasons. So these 5 things are extremely important for you to keep your brand consistently going up and up and up.
यंग ब्रांड्स के लिए एक यूनिवर्सल रूट क्या होना चाहिए?
See, today, when I say young brands, एक जमाना था जब और जो जमाना मैं बोल रहा हूँ वो 30 साल पहले वाली बात कर रहा हूँ. When you had too little, बहुत कम ब्रांड्स थे और इंसान के पास बहुत ज्यादा टाइम था. और इसको थोड़ा मैं एलैबोरेट करना चाहूंगा. अगर आपको याद हो, एक छोटे से शहर में क्या होता था, 2-4 दुकानें होती थी, 10 दुकानें होती थी. हम दुकान जाते थे, कपड़े खरीदते थे, जूते खरीदते थे, चाट वाले के यहाँ चाट खाते थे, एक पिक्चर देखते थे मम्मी पापा के साथ और फिर घर आ जाते थे. बहुत टाइम था. हमारे यहाँ टीवी नहीं था, मोबाइल फोन्स नहीं थे, ऐसा कोई PS5 नहीं था, वो सब नहीं थे. तो ब्रांड्स कम थे, टाइम बहुत ज्यादा था. नाउ फास्ट फॉरवर्ड टुडे, ब्रांड्स बहुत हैं, टाइम बहुत कम है. बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम वी आर स्पेंडिंग on our jobs, we are we don't have much time with family, we are spending a whole lot of time on our phone, social media. So what are we doing? We are actually going less and less to go and do our physical buying, right? We are ordering more online. So coming back to your question, young brands को किस तरीके से आगे बढ़ना है, उसका जो मुझे what I feel young brands should be looking forward to is only 2 things. One is relevance of your product. अगर आपका प्रोडक्ट रेलेवेंट है तो बहुत अच्छी बात है, क्योंकि जो अभी यंग जनरेशन के बायर्स आ रहे हैं वो देखिए, आप अगर थोड़े से जेनजी और मिलेनियल को छोड़ के अगर आप बात करो तो बड़ी लॉयल्टी होती थी लोगों की कि जी मैं कपड़े इसी ब्रांड का पहनूंगा, मैं जूते इसी ब्रांड का पहनूंगा, मैं परफ्यूम यही यूज करूंगा. बट आज के डेट पे विद द यंगर जनरेशन लॉयल्टी नहीं है. देयर इज नथिंग कॉल्ड लॉयल्टी विद द यंगर जनरेशन. यस, व्हाट इज देयर? देयर इज रेलेवेंट. एज लॉन्ग एज योर ब्रांड इज रेलेवेंट टू देम, दे विल बाय. The moment your brand becomes irrelevant, they will shift. I don't want to take names of brands here, but I know Gen Z people जो एक brand follow करते हैं और जैसे वो brand proper clothing या proper designs या fast fashion deliver नहीं कर पाती है, they immediately shift to the next brand as long as it is relevant. And second is there has to be certain purpose behind the brand, is what I believe that the younger generation believes. And that purpose can be anything, because if you're driving an organization with purpose or a brand with purpose, then I'm not saying that brands who do not have purpose are not successful. Of course they are successful, but a brand with a purpose is way better related to the new generation.
आजकल एक कॉन्सेप्ट चला हुआ है. I follow my son, not follow actually. I see sneaker heads. जूतों का क्रेज चला हुआ है कि I should have 20 pairs of shoes or 25 pairs of shoes and that price.
Yes, they are. So these are trends. You see, trends are something which is very cyclic. So trends आते हैं, trends जाते हैं, फिर कोई और नया trend आता है. People, I remember बीच में जब athleisure start हुआ था, so people went crazy after athleisure wear. So people were buying, there were a lot of athleisure, every single brand started making athleisure, and it was doing pretty well. Then athleisure became a norm कि भाई मेरे wardrobe में तो athleisure होना ही चाहिए. फिर आ गया ये sneakers का, जैसे आप बता रहे हो. Now there are limited edition sneakers. The young generation buys these limited edition sneakers और उसे दुगने दाम पे बेचते और पैसे भी कमाते हैं. So it is a mix of getting a collection as well as, making money. So I always have this belief that the younger generation is way, way more smarter than what we were when we were of that age. Because they exactly know that, I have a passion to buy sneakers, I'll buy sneakers, but I'll also sell them or barter them with something else. So, yes, these are trends which are here to stay.
Recently, Narayan Murthy made a comment on work-life balance. आपका as a CEO क्या work-life balance?
देखिए, there is a debate which is going on in social media, and I really respect Mr. Murthy for what he has actually delivered to India. Really, my respect goes out to him. Seriously, look up to him for a lot of things that he has done. However, when it comes to work life balance, I think it's a very subjective matter. You know, uh, it's not important that you need to be hardworking or you need to give this many hours to a particular job. Today things are changing. Today you are no longer dependent on just about your own intellect to execute certain things. A lot of things are driven by AI, IoTs, and all of that. However, I believe that work and a family work life balance is important. Halake, there is also another school of thought कि there is nothing called a work-life balance. आप घर भी जाते हो as a CEO, you keep thinking about work. वर्क में रहते हो तो वर्क भी करते हो and you also look at your family requirements. So at any point of time, I think these two things are interspersed. Your work and your life. I mean, while I'm working, I'm also fixing up a table for dinner for me and my wife and my son. At the same time, while I'm supposed to be on a holiday and I have to pick up a call, which is important, I pick that call up and I work. So I will not talk about a CEO because honestly, for me as a CEO, for me it's all interspersed. There's nothing called a work-life balance as such. But yes, for the rest of the people who are there, I would definitely say that there should be work-life balance because the way that the world is moving, the way that stress levels are going up with the working class people, the corporate people, and there are incidences of high stress-related disorders which are and fatalities which are happening in the industry. I would say that, dude, work is not everything. You need to know how to work smart and also find time to kind of just de-stress with your family, without your family, you want to go out solo, whatever. It's very important. It's a yes and a no. It's very subjective. My take is for a CEO, as a CEO, for me, my work-life balance is completely interspersed. So there's nothing called work separate and my family life separate.
आजकल काफी ब्रांड्स चैरिटी और सस्टेनेबिलिटी में बिलीव करते हैं. What's your take on it?
See, every organization does charity. There's absolutely no doubts about it. All the large organizations that I know have huge CSR initiatives. However, sustainability is a pretty loosely used word. There are many organizations जो sustainability seriously लेते हैं. There are many organizations जो sustainability करते हैं क्योंकि उनको करना है. और बहुत सारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस मैंने देखे हैं जो सस्टेनेबिलिटी को इन द ट्रू सेंस एग्जीक्यूट करते हैं. अब सस्टेनेबिलिटी क्या है? मेरे हिसाब से एक बड़ा कॉन्शियस सर्कल होता है और उस कॉन्शियस सर्कल में जो जो दिस कॉइनिंग ऑफ दिस वर्ड कॉन्शियस सर्कल इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर मी बिकॉज उस कॉन्शियस सर्कल में सस्टेनेबिलिटी इज अ पार्ट ऑफ द कॉन्शियस सर्कल. So I think sustainability per se is something that everybody is trying to do. Everybody is trying to do their bit in sustainability, and sustainability is not easy and it doesn't come cheap. But at the same time, I think organizations have to realize that to be sustainable, they also have to उन्हें sustainability afford करने के लिए they have to get into a lot of corrections within the system. और जो पैसे बचते हैं ये करेक्शंस करने के बाद they can pump it into sustainability. So whether it is the fashion industry, whether it's manufacturing, whether it is any other related industry, they can all get into sustainable practices, which a lot of them are doing. And it's a good practice because at the end of the day, we all have to understand what is the world that we are leaving behind for our children. It's a very vast subject, and I think we have too little a time to discuss this. But I think for every single person who's driving an organization or who is a part of the management or lower management or mid management, we all have to decide what is it that we want. My son is 11 years old. What is the kind of world that I'm leaving behind for him? Will he able to survive in that world? The kind of pollution levels, the kind of weather changes that we are seeing, all of this is coming to a lot of effects that's happening across the world because of certain practices. Now, if we are planning to change those practices, then we better make sure that we are serious about it. So, coming back to a question, that charity is something very different and sustainability is very different. Charity, yes, CSR, I would rather say, doing CSR for every organization should be there. And when it comes to sustainability, my request is any industry, any form of industry, any form of business can get into sustainability and one should. That's my take.
Is purpose important for an organization?
Yeah, sure. I mean, uh, purpose is very, very important for an organization. I feel that's my personal view that, I don't think, and it's just not for an organization, it is even for a person, even for an individual. A purpose is very, very important. I mean, what is the purpose of what you do? And is that purpose leading to the growth of your sensibilities to your customers? Is it helping your customers? Is it helping your business? And is it driving you? So purpose is extremely important for any organization, for any individual, or a group of individuals working together, because it holds them towards a goal, and achieving that becomes the very, very reason or the very being uh, for that organization.
Where do you see the future of retail going?
Well, future of retail, last 30 सालों में it has changed quite a bit. जैसे मैं आप लोगों को बता रहा था that from a very physical retail, it has moved into phygital retail, which is physical and digital. Then you've got in the phygital, you've got omni-channel retail, you've got a whole lot of now a lot of these quick commerce plays are coming into being. Uh, देखिए, every business, every large category of business has a certain evolution which happens within its categories. And in retail, dahi ho raha hai कि, as I told you earlier, all the discovery is happening on your mobile phone or on any digital device that you're using. ये जो एक हमारे सबके लाइफ में across the world, this entire period of COVID has actually fueled the entire jump to a very digital era. Not that COVID से पहले digital acceptance या digital indulgence नहीं था, काफी, but this has kind of propelled it to the next level. तो वो जो 2 साल 2.5 साल थे, वो 2-2.5 साल ने लोगों को completely एक digital adopter के realm में लेके गए हैं. तो चाहे वो एक 70-year-old पर्सन हो, जिन्हें पहले एक एनालॉग मोबाइल फोन यूज करना आता था, वो भी स्मार्टफोन यूज करने लग गए. जो ऑलरेडी स्मार्टफोन यूज करते थे, वो और डीपर डिजिटल कंजम्पशन में चले गए. एंड डिजिटल कंजम्पशन इन रिटेल हैज नाउ बिकम here to stay. It is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. So that is how retail is moving forward. मेरे हिसाब से going forward, most of the physical stores जो हैं, they will become very experiential. You will put out stores for the experience of it. However, your digitization will make you consume to an extent of maybe 50% of your consumption would come from the digital And the physicality will also be that, देखिए India is a very large country. पूरे इंडिया को एक डिजिटल कंजम्पशन बेस बनाने में टाइम लगता है. आज भी अगर आप मेट्रोज में जाओ, मिनी मेट्रोज में जाओ, तो डिजिटल कंजम्पशन बहुत है. जैसे लखनऊ शहर में डिजिटल कंजम्पशन विल बी ह्यूज. पर लखनऊ से ही आप 60 किलोमीटर 100 किलोमीटर गो इनटू द hinterland and you see that छोटे छोटे शहर है, बहुत छोटे शहर हैं which has a population of maybe 3 lakh 2 lakh, वो आज भी कंज्यूम करते हैं डिजिटल, बट नॉट टू दैट ग्रेट एक्सटेंट. उनके लिए physicality is also very important. So it will take some time for India, but I see retail moving very fast, and India has been very fast in adopting, new technology. India बहुत fast है in terms of adopting. So the adaptability, the adopting, all of that put together, I think retail is going to be two things. One is the physical part, which will, of course, is important and will be there, but the digitization part or the digital buying will increase. फैशन की बात करता हूँ. अगर कोई फैशन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ये बोलती है कि भाई हम फिजिकल रिटेलर्स थे, लेकिन आज के डेट पे हम 20% या 25% डिजिटल कंजम्पशन कर रहे हैं, डिजिटली बेच रहे हैं, then that is a very good number. That's a very, very good number. But I personally believe this number is going to grow.
इंडियन कंज्यूमर्स और ग्लोबल कंज्यूमर पे आपको क्या डिफरेंस होता है?
देखिए, आज के कंटेक्स्ट में इंडियन कंज्यूमर्स आर अ वेरी ओपन. इंडिया इज ऑल्सो डिवाइडेड. जैसे मैंने आपको अभी बताया कि इंडियन कंज्यूमर भी बहुत सारे लेयर्स में डिवाइडेड है. आज अगर आप कोई इंटरनेशनल ब्रांड एक छोटे शहर में लेके जाते हो, तो उसको अडॉप्ट करने में टाइम लगता है. लेकिन if I take overall the way that adoption is happening of fashion, of food, of everything, I don't think there is much of a difference between international retail and Indian retail consumers. क्योंकि internationally जो भी fashion prevalent है, वही fashion आज के डेट पे एक छोटे से छोटे शहर में भी एक स्मार्टफोन पकड़ा हुआ इंसान वो fashion देख रहा है, वो retail trend देख रहा है. So I don't think that, and whatever brands that are launching internationally are also launching in India today. आप आज से 20 साल पहले देखिए और अब देखिए. शूज की बात कर रहे थे आप, लिमिटेड एडिशन शूज की बात कर रहे थे. इंटरनेशनली जो मिलती है आज इंडिया में भी मिल रही है. वो एक जमाना था इंडिया में जब हम जाते थे इंपोर्टेड सामान खरीदने के लिए.
नेपाल.
हो चाहे नेपाल जाओ आप, चाहे हर शहर में एक ऐसा जगह होता था जिसमें एक इम्पोर्टेड मार्केट होती थी, जिसमें शैम्पूज मिलती थी, जिसमें सोप्स मिलते थे, जिसमें इलेक्ट्रॉनिक गैजेट्स मिलते थे. पर कहाँ है वो आज? नहीं है. क्यों? क्योंकि वो सारा का सारा सामान नॉर्मली बिक रहा है आज के डेट पे इंडिया में. टुडे यू वांट द बेस्ट ऑफ द चीज इन इंडिया, यू आर गेटिंग इट. टुडे यू वांट द बेस्ट ऑफ द वाइन, यू आर गेटिंग इट. Today you want the best of the liquor, you're getting it. Today the best of the shoes you want, you're getting it. Today the best of the fashion that you want, you're getting it. आप लग्जरी की बात करो, ऐसा कौन सा इंटरनेशनल लग्जरी ब्रांड है जो इंडिया में आई नहीं है या आना नहीं चाहती है? सारे आ गए. सो इवन वैल्यू ब्रांड्स, जो इंटरनेशनल वैल्यू ब्रांड्स हैं, वो भी आ रहे हैं आज इंडिया में. सो आई डोंट थिंक देयर इज मच ऑफ अ डिफरेंस लेफ्ट इन टुडेज डे. एक बड़े मजे की बात है, मैं पहले जब इंटरनेशनल ट्रैवल करता था, तो मैं ना इंटरनेशनल जो भी, चाहे मैं यूरोप जा रहा हूँ, यूएस जा रहा हूँ, मिडल ईस्ट जा रहा हूँ, साउथ ईस्ट एशिया जाता हूँ, तो ये नॉर्मल है. एक मैं रिटेलर हूँ, तो मैं जाता था मॉल्स में देखने के लिए कि भाई कुछ तो यहाँ ब्रांड ऐसा दिखे जो बहुत यूनिक है, जो इंडिया में नहीं है. तो वो था. पर आज के डेट पे जब मैं जाता हूँ, तो मुझे यही लगता है, अरे अरे ये ब्रांड तो अपने इंडिया में भी है, तो चलो इसको नहीं देखते हैं, कोई और ब्रांड देखते हैं. So I don't think there's much. So answering your question, I don't think there's any such difference between an Indian consumer and an international consumer.
This is a very interesting case that I would like to discuss. I think 97 I went to Switzerland to do my hotel management diploma from Schiller. तो एक ब्रांड है हमारी बड़ी फेवरेट ब्रांड है बाटा, वो हमें वहाँ दिख गई खरीद ब्यूरिक में. So I was with a friend of mine who was a couple of friends. One was from Egypt, the other one was from Lebanon, and I think the third one was from Turkey or एक था. तो मैंने कहा ये बात तो हमारी सारी ब्रांड है।
Bata has been very unique brand across the world. Wherever they have gone, they have established their brand and made that country its own. Because that's the beauty of Bata.
So where is Bata actually from?
So Bata basically is from the Czech Republic, but I think it's actually headquartered out of Switzerland. And the best part about it is that you'll be surprised to know that the global CEO of Bata is an Indian, and he's been a retailer from India who's now heading Bata globally.
आज की डेट पे एक फैशन ब्रांड को यूनिक बनाने के लिए क्या जरूरी है?
आज के डेट पे एक फैशन ब्रांड को यूनिक बनाने के लिए ये बहुत ज़रूरी है कि लोगों की जो ट्रेंड की समझ है उसे पकड़ना, उस चीज़ को पकड़ना। मैं आपको एक छोटा एग्जांपल देता हूँ। इंडिया में एक एथनिक ब्रांड है और वो एथनिक ब्रांड सक्सेसफुल इसलिए हुई है क्योंकि वो एक बहुत सिंपल काम करते थे। जितने भी सीरियल्स होते हैं ना टीवी में, वो सारे सीरियल्स में ये जितने भी सास बहू ये लोग जो कपड़े पहनते थे, जो सलवार सूट पहनते थे या जो भी पहनते थे, साड़ी पहनते थे, ये उसे ट्रैक करते थे ट्रेंड को और उसी बेसिस पे वो अपना माल बनाते थे एंड दे बिकेम सुपर सक्सेसफुल बिकॉज हु यूज्ड टू बाय देयर प्रोडक्ट, ऑल द हाउसवाइफ्स यूज्ड टू कम एंड दिस टू से अरे ये तो वो सीरियल वाला ये उस तरीके का है. So understanding the trend is very important, and how does that trend translate to your business is also very important.
ब्रांड कोलैबोरेशंस के लिए क्या अप्रोच?
देखिए आजकल अगर आप देखोगे तो एवरी सिंगल ब्रांड इज वांटिंग टू कोलैबोरेट, चाहे वो कोई लग्जरी ब्रांड हो जो एक स्पोर्ट्स ब्रांड के साथ कोलैबोरेट कर रही है या कोई लोकल ब्रांड हो जो एक बहुत फेमस लोकल ब्रांड हो जो सो brand collaboration is very important because it gives the consumer a very different sense of trend, a very different sense of buying the product. And the way that you collaborate is you need to find people, you need to find brands who are like-minded, who are open to kind of collaborating with you in terms of whether it is apparel, whether it is footwear. फुटवेयर में ही इतने सारे कोलैबोरेशंस हैं. जो आप स्नीकर्स बोल रहे हो, आप स्नीकर्स में देख लो कितने कोलैबोरेशंस एंड दे आर वेरी सक्सेसफुल कोलैबोरेशंस. जितने कैरेक्टर मर्चेंडाइज है, जैसे आप डिज्नी ले लो, ये सारे ले लो, इस सारे में जो दूसरे ब्रांड्स करते हैं, इनको इनवाइट करते हैं अपने ब्रांड में. दे ऑल कोलैबोरेशंस दैट आर हैपनिंग with Disney characters, with other animated characters that is happening, whether it is Superman, Batman, whichever that you see. These are all collaboration, and collaborations are good because it gives a very different flavor to the brand.
So what is the mantra behind your success?
See, I really don't know if I'm successful or not successful. I think that's a very big word to be used here. But all I know is that whatever that I have done, I have done it with a lot of passion. And I believe that if you're not passionate about what you do, then it's better you don't do it. Because hota kya hai ki I have this rule. If somebody calls me and says कि सर आज ना मैं ऑफिस आ सकता हूँ या आ सकते हो, लेकिन मेरा ना मूड नहीं है आज काम करने का, my only thing to them is please don't come to office because today you'll be less passionate. So I don't want the person to come to office because instead of adding, they will be not in the same plane as what I expect them to be. So for me, first I win the game in my mind, then I win the game. So till the time I don't win the game in my mind, I will not be able to win it physically. And that added with passion, added with a dash of energy. If you see me possibly at night 11 o'clock also, I'll have the same energy with which I will speak, which I would at 9 o'clock in the morning. Why does that come? That comes because I feel passionate about certain things. I feel passionate about people. I feel passionate about my team. I feel passionate about a whole lot of things. Maybe at times it goes right, at times it goes wrong, but I don't care because for me, if I do something, then I do it by giving my 300%, not 100%. Success doesn't come when you are just about working for the salary part of it. It doesn't come. It comes when you work much beyond it. When you are living the vision, you are sleeping the vision, you are eating the vision, you are doing everything with that vision. You need to be one with it. That's how success comes. Success is not a overnight thing. It's not that I have done 10 things, so here is success. No, it is not. Success is not always monetary. Success is not always, bottom line. Success is a whole lot of other things.
Being human के साथ आपकी जर्नी कैसी रही?
बीइंग ह्यूमन के साथ जर्नी बहुत ही वंडरफुल थी. It was a big challenge when I moved in as the CEO, and this was just immediately after COVID. It has been a wonderful journey of nearly 3.5 years, and I just have one word that the promoters are amazing and wonderful people. I've been able to get a wonderful team to support me in whatever that I did. The brand has definitely made quite a name for itself in India, and not only India, but in international markets as well. And I think this entire journey of 3.5 years has not only created an emotional bond for me with the brand, but also I'm very passionate about its success. I think this brand will go places.
Sanjeev, we now start with the rapid fire round. Fashion trends or classics?
Classics.
Luxury brand or street style?
Street style.
Alternate career choice?
A singer.
Mumbai or Dubai?
Mumbai.
Chef or retail?
Retailer.
Favorite memory?
My son's birth.
Biggest fear?
I lose my memory.
If you could be of any age in the rest of your life?
No, that would be every year a different age, because I think it's very natural and I don't want to be fixated on one age.
Thank you. You did, Gandhara. That was incredible. Thank you for coming to the show, Sanjeev. It was a great interaction with you. Thank you. Guys, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any episode of the Indie Talk Show.